It's Saturday morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Breakthrough TV. I'm Renee, Renee, and joining me is the lovely Sheree Davis. Good morning,
Good
Sheree.
morning, Rachel Renee.
Oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, so y'all listen. Bear with me because I'm doing everything from my phone today because we're so far away from the laptop. Period. Now, this is my special guest, Sheree Davis. I forgot to call you first, Sheree Davis.
She tried it because we recorded, so she tried. How about you say Sheree Davis?
Okay, we're gonna get to what we
I'm
want.
not about to go to on today.
I'm so sorry. Lovely, Sheree Davis. So listen, y'all, it's Saturday morning, and we are so glad that y'all decided to come and join us on today. We think your day with us.
Yeah.
If it's the first time to the show, we want to say thank you for tuning in. We are single women discussing real issues, providing real breakthroughs. On Breakthrough TV, we provide true insight and inspiration from the Word of God to help our viewers push through life and be set free from past hurt, pain, anxiety, depression. We share conversations and experience that bring life for someone who may feel all hope is lost. Who may be feeling like giving up or just have questions they need answers to. At Breakthrough TV, we are here to help. So don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Breakthrough TV. Yes. That's what it is about first. Okay.
Why you give me the side eye though?
Y'all,
This is gonna be great. I'm telling you. This is us every day. Like when we get together, it's just
because
what we do.
we're like one and the same.
We really are.
And it's amazing. It's just like, how does God make two of the same people?
How? And we both like really get along and love each other for real.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
The first moment we met, it was just like,
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Uh-huh. Like a big sister.
It was. I mean, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm a big sister. She's my little sister.
Yeah.
And I don't have any siblings, so I was really glad to like have this opportunity. But we've always said it was a divine appointment.
Oh yeah.
Like for real.
Oh yeah.
It was literally at the mailbox, and then the rest is history.
Uh-huh.
She came up there with her sass of Rachiel Renea.
Well,
And
you
I was
know.
like, she's gonna be my little sister. And the friendship just blossomed from there. But anyway, that's our story.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
So before, because she ain't gonna tell y'all, Sheree is a singer.
Oh, please.
She can sing. If you need anybody, if you want the spirit to move, like it's never moved before, you want to hear Sheree sing. When you can make Happy Birthday,
Very kind.
sounds like I don't melodies beyond melodies from heaven. You know, that's Sheree and her babies. She don't play.
You're too kind.
So tell them a little bit about you and give some background.
Okay.
So my viewers can feel a little more comfortable. Don't be scared, y'all. It's just Sheree.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So yes, my name is Sheree Davis. I'm married. It'll be 3 years, June 1st. Super excited because we're going on our first cruise.
Ooh.
Yes, very thankful for that. Okay, so bring it back. And together, me and my husband have 8 kids because we are a blended family. Yes. Married before divorce. This is my second marriage, so it can happen. There's love after the pain. Ooh, hey.
That's good right there.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Love after pain.
Man.
That was just dropped down.
Okay.
Somebody needed that.
Yeah.
Somebody did.
Oh yeah, that's real good.
That's how God works.
Mm-hmm.
And so, second marriage, he brought 5 to the marriage. I have 3. We have 2 that are still under the roof, twins. 14-year-olds. I said that with love. My face was love.
Oh yeah.
I have 3 boys. One is 19. What? And then the twins are 14. I think I said that. Yes, I have been singing forever. Since I was like 5, and then of course I started off in the church, and I've recorded and just just a plethora. That's one of my favorite words because it makes me sound intelligent. A plethora of opportunities that God has given me, and I'm so
Oh my goodness!
I'm so thankful and grateful for that. Yeah, I think this. Oh, I'm a music teacher. What?
Yes.
Best job ever.
Yes.
I love it. I really do. I love it. I love it. I love teaching kids or seeing the potential, not only in a child, but in anybody, and trying to pull that out. So that's, I'm just kind of embracing and harnessing that gifting that I'm stepping in right now.
I love it.
Yeah, that's it.
I do. I
That's
love
it.
it. So
Yeah.
that's
me.
That's
in a
Sheree,
nutshell.
guys. That's
me.
Sheree.
Yep.
And we haven't known each other. It hasn't even been a year yet.
It hasn't.
No.
When did we? It was like last summer.
Yeah.
Like towards the end of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Was it July?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because my first encounter was we was at home because I know because me and Timothy were in there every day trying to get our house together and stuff, just buying little trinkets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw her walking, and I was like, it was just something even in the store.
Yeah.
So when I saw you at the mailbox, my first thing I asked her was, were you at home this last night? Because it was the day after.
Uh-huh.
It was the next day.
Yep.
So that's how quickly God wanted us to connect.
Yes. So divine.
But it's about to be a year though.
Mm-hmm.
It's May now, so it'll be a year too.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
You made it.
We did.
So today's topic, you guys, we're going to be talking about privacy because our topic this month is children, and we're going to discuss what privacy. What privacy? Let me tell you something.
Yes. I just want to get me scared. Is that such a word? Okay.
Yeah, I was recently informed that, and I may tell the story wrong, but somebody's child went and killed somebody, murdered some people. Was it a child or was it an adult? Was it who? The kid murder. You know what? I think I did hear the story through my mother because my mother is the new CNN. Whatever I don't hear, she hears, and she lets me know what it is. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. So I did hear this, but I don't know the full story. But I did hear of a child doing something crazy. So here's my thing.
So how is it even accessible? How do you know? How do you be in my house and I not know what you have going on in my house? How? Because ain't no way in the world. There's no way in the world. Listen, so this is the true story. Not even being a teacher. This was before I became a teacher. Parents, like when my kids would bring stuff home, like the teachers would be like, thank you so much for, kind of being the parent that you are. Because it would be parents that don't even look in their child's book bag. Wow. How can you not look in your child's book bag, especially your younger children or even the older ones? Like I have went through the twins' backpacks. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I said they're 14. One is almost 6'3", like 6'2", and wear a size 13 shoe. Yeah. I'm still going through your book bag. Mm-hmm. Sure am. So in that aspect of it, it can be a lot of stuff going on that you don't know about if you're not taking the time to dig in on what your child is actually doing or what they bring at home. Anything. Yeah. There's no way I would feel comfortable. It all goes back to relationship. Because if you don't have a relationship with your kids, and not a godly relationship, okay? Because we can have a relationship, but what kind of relationship are you having with your children? Right. What are you teaching your children? What are you doing in front of your children? Right. If we're honest, they're only doing what they see. Yeah. That's it. Yep. So I was listening to the radio station this morning. I was taking on my way out, and I heard a conversation on the radio. The radio host said her daughter came to her and said she wants to know how to do adulting. The female radio host came and said her daughter wants to know how to do adulting, and the mother's response was, "There are coaches for that." So what have you been doing?
for the past 18 years.
Right. That she needs to know what adulting is. I thought we were adulting every day.
I thought so. And I thought that in front of the children. So I would figure that you would be watching what I'm doing.
Right.
And you would be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
Or if I feel like you aren't doing what I'm doing, get up and
I'm
come
going
get
to
these
show
things.
you.
Yeah. Because like Jordan, she don't come in the kitchen. I have to invite her to the kitchen outside of eating. You know, hey,
this is actually a part of the house.
Okay. Okay.
I need you to come
there
into
are
it.
dishes in here, pots and pans.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a spoon. What are these big spoons for?
Right.
For stirring the pot and not drama. Who don't mean drama? Oh my goodness. So
I get that, especially with boys. So I have 3 boys. Mm-hmm. So adulting in front of them is very important. Mm-hmm. Even to the fact, it's funny that you mentioned the kitchen. So I told you guys that I have 3. One of the 3 is my cook, because you're talking about the kitchen. One of them visits the kitchen frequently, and that's not just at dinner time, because he actually can cook, which is great. Mm-hmm. But they have chores, so they come in the kitchen, they have to take the trash out, they have to do the dishes, they have to make sure like everything is clean, because here it is, showing them, being the example. Yeah. They see how I do my kitchen or how clean I have it, where things are put away. Yep. That's still showing. Even the fact of going to work every day. Yeah. Why are you trying to be lazy or not working or doing the things that you see me do, or Padre does, whatever? Why are you not following in this footstep? Yeah. So here's the thing too. They were super excited because they thought at the age they are that they could work at Chick-fil-A. Mm-hmm. You talking about super excited. 2 14-year-olds. Mom, we finna work this summer. We about to get a job. Nothing lazy about it. Yeah. Super excited to get into work. Mm-hmm. Because I feel that me and my husband are leading by example. Like, we both get up, we go to work every day. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Even when I was off for those couple of years when we got married and we moved to Texas, I had been working all the way up to that point. Yeah. They saw me work. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Adulting. Yeah. Don't need no coach. What you need coach? Don't need a coach. Don't need a coach. Now I do know. Well, as mom of the boys, mm-hmm. I do feel like there. It comes to a point where you need a male role model. Yeah. Yeah. But ma'am, this was your daughter. She should not be confused about what's going on. No, because you should have been walking her along the way. Right. But sometimes we don't. And it's because we don't have that relationship. We don't have the necessary relationship with our children. Yeah. We just don't. That's good. That's really good. Because I remember my mom showing me how to balance a checkbook when I was younger. Wow. So when I got out on my own, I knew exactly what to do and how to do it. Yep. She showed me how to write out checks for bills. My mom did all of that. Mm-hmm. So when I got out on my own, I already knew what to do. Yeah. That's great. I don't even know how that was even a possibility. But you know what? Even if you don't feel like you know what to do as an adult, there are nonprofit organizations that are available to provide those kind of services for your youth. True. Okay, so let's instill these things of qualities into our children at an early age. Right. And let's not wait, because sometimes they're not willing to learn anymore. Right. Right. It could be too late in the game. Yeah. Or they don't. Like the daughter said, they might not even receive it from you now because they've gotten older. Yep. So then you have to turn to an organization or a coach or whatever the case may be. But thanks be to God that they do have those things out there for, And obviously that's why, because we ain't doing what we're supposed to do in the house. But I'm just saying. Why? Yeah. And we know life get busy. Like, we're not trying to bash moms or whatever, but it's like you have to balance. It has to be a balance. With working and you got kids, especially being a single mom. I was a single mom for 5 years, so I had 3 young boys. But even in that, we were busy because they sang like we did stuff outside of the house. So then I became momager. That's another program. That'll be another segment. But sometimes that's not all what it's set out to be. But even in that, there was a busyness in our schedule, but I still tried to do what it is that I had to do with them and for them, being a single mom and still showing them adulting,
Yeah.
But it can be hard with single moms. Trust me. I mean, I know I've been there, so this is why I'm saying this. It's not like bashing, but it is just truth and facts that I'm sharing. And I do appreciate now that I'm married, that my husband is there, especially with boys, young men, that he is able to lead by example and show them in a way that I couldn't.
Yeah.
A mom can only do so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can show you how to be a gentleman. I can show you how to be, kind or respectful, mannerable, all these things we can teach as mothers. Even the nurturing aspect of it all. We can teach you that on how to treat a woman, how to respect a woman,
Yeah.
But there's just some things that we're not equipped to do that the male is. And so I'm very grateful for this moment.
I'll wait for my turn.
Yes, it is coming.
So, but I love how you talked about balance. Because balance is definitely key.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that God continues to show me. Like, Rachiel, there's balance. And for those women who are like fully involved in church and, I'm doing this for God, I'm doing that for God. I'm going to tell you something.
Come on.
Be careful that you're not being busy and that you're not trying to feel needed or feel like you have you got to lose yourself in this purpose in church.
Yes.
Because God's not okay with that.
Yes.
You have to be able to say, okay, because there are many days where I'm in my closet, I'm talking to God, and then He'll say, Rachiel, go feed your children. Rachiel, go spend time with your babies. I'm like, well, I enjoy being here. I'm here.
Right.
I know your heart. I know your intention.
That's good.
But you still have to take care of your kids.
That's right.
Because here's what you don't want. You don't want your children or your spouse or whoever you're dealing with to say, I don't like God. I don't want a relationship with God. I don't want to know anything about God because He took you from me.
Yes.
You spend all this time at the church. You spend all this time doing everything else for God, but you don't spend no time over here.
Right.
So there are days I have to literally say, okay, Lord, are you okay with me just focusing on the kids today? And that means He wakes me up early in the morning,
right,
to where I'm intentional about our time. Yep. Because the rest of the time I'm good with the kids.
Yeah.
So that means that we are going out and we are spending time together and we are watching movies and we are doing whatever they want to do together. But don't feel like, okay, well, this is it. Because God is a God of balance, of true balance. Even down to ourselves. I really feel like sometimes as single moms, let's just be honest, we can be selfish at times. We're selfish, especially because I want some attention. I want to be hugged. I want to be held. Right. I need some love.
Right.
Okay. I'm always hugging on these kids.
Right.
They always want something.
Right.
When is it gonna be my turn?
Right.
When is it gonna be about me?
Right.
I had for years by myself, on my bed sitting there crying, I don't know. It's just not fair. The kids, maybe I'm getting her. Leave me alone.
Right.
I need some space.
Right.
Just really struggling in those moments, and
that's so true.
And it's a for real thing. Please don't feel like that you're a weak mom because you're in there crying because you need a hug too.
Yeah.
No, you're a human.
You're being honest with yourself.
Yeah, God didn't make us to be by ourselves.
Right.
So
that's right.
Sometimes I might, call my sisters and go up under them and just be in their arms.
Right.
Or my mama go be in her arms and take advantage of whatever TLC I can get when I'm giving it.
Right.
Well, let me go back. Take advantage of the TLC for my sisters and my mom that I can get whenever I can get it. And for my babies too, because I thank God because Just I think about what if they weren't here? What would I be doing?
Right. What love anywhere would you be getting?
We didn't went way off topic.
That's okay.
We talking about privacy.
This is what happens.
Somebody needed that.
Somebody needed that.
Yeah.
Everything somebody needed it.
Yep, they did.
God be doing that stuff though.
Tuned in.
We're so glad you did.
So,
what are we talking about again? Privacy.
Yes, privacy.
All right, I stopped at the backpacks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. No, my babies don't have no privacy. This morning I was reading Proverbs 22, and then it said, "Train up a child in the way that he should go, because when he gets old, he will not depart from it." Yeah. So even though your child may steer in the wrong direction, be around the wrong people, remember, trust. Yeah, because remember, whatever their foundation is what they typically go back to. Yeah. Typically, you know. But then God being so awesome, especially because He's created you for a purpose, a divine purpose. He knows how to get people in your path to get you where you're supposed to be at. You'll just meet people and be like, what? And God He's strategic. So strategic. And He's strategic on how He makes things, how He operates, how He orchestrates, how He organizes things that happen. Absolutely. That's just like the orchestration He had with me and Rachiel meeting each other. Mm-hmm. Like, she really inspires me in a lot of things that she does. Mm-hmm. And and I thank God for our relationship. So the same thing with your child. If you know that you have done your impartation and you planted the seeds, you watch God work that thing out. Even if they steer away. Y'all heard me when I said I had a 19-year-old son. Okay. So I'm kind of in that season now. This grew up in the church. He was leading praise and worship at 7. Wow. With the whole adult choir behind him. So the impartation is there. Yeah. The seeds have been planted. Yeah. He has a calling on his life. He does. Does he? He has a calling on his life. Oh my goodness. He's anointed and appointed by God. And so now it's this 19-year-old, let me find myself season that we're in with him. And so, okay. But I'm going to allow God to do what God does. Yeah. Because it's hard for me because, I'm trying to be, Timothy calls me now the hovering parent. He called me the helicopter because I'm hovering. What? Okay. I was like, really? So when do you let go? Because he's 19. Girl. So when do you, because I feel like privacy is important for our youth, right, and bringing them up, right. But when do we decide that to let go? Yeah, when do we say, okay, well, you are adult-like? I am still in that. I'm still trying to figure that out. Yeah. If I must be honest and transparent. Yeah. With the ladies who are tuned in and with you, I am still going through that. But because he just turned 19, and he like going through this stage of, I'm cooling, I want to get tattoos, I got ear, like all of that, which is fine. Because I have a tattoo on my back, so I can't say that you couldn't get one. Yeah. But my words were, you weren't going to get one while you were under my roof. Yeah. Because when I got mine, I went under my mama's roof. I was all alone, doing my own thing, whatever. So yeah, he wasn't under my roof when he got the tattoo or the earring. But this is still a 19-year-old finding stuff like. But still, he's still my son. He's still my firstborn. So I still look at him as like my baby, my child. Yeah. But to go back to your question, when do you decide to let go? Man, it's when you feel the kind of like the pushback or the resistance of them receiving what you're telling them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like in a way where they're gonna kind of show out about it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when they're younger, you get the temper tantrums and stuff like that. But it's different when they're younger and you still have this kind of control or this grip on them. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I am getting better. And I have to thank my husband for that, because
you know, he's been a 19-year-old young black male before.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Yeah.
So he kind of gives me insight on what to do, how to do. You're going to have to let him bump his head. You're going to have to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you start asking yourself those questions or telling yourself those things, like, I'm going to have to let him, you know, make his own mistakes like we did. We all bumped our head. We made our decisions. Some may have been right. Some may have been wrong.
Yeah.
So when you get to that point, I think that's when you have to really let go. Like they say, let go and let God.
Mm-hmm.
You let go and then you let God come in and do what he does.
So I'm just going to encourage the mothers that are listening that have the younger babies.
Yeah.
That's why prayer is so key.
Yeah.
Because the prayers that you pray today are going to reach your babies at 25. They're going to reach your babies at 30. They're going to reach your babies at 50.
Yeah.
They're going to reach your babies when you are nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you begin to plant those seeds now in preparation for the future, you know, you can have peace in moments like this.
Yeah.
So there are many that I woke up one morning. My family and I went on a fast for a week. And at this time, I felt led to just pray for our babies. And I asked God to send someone along the path that'll help push them back where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I pray now that God, you know, give my babies the Holy Spirit. I pray those prayers now.
Yeah.
Because I want to tomorrow remind God, I asked you for. Your word says.
Yep.
You know, so whenever you, because
good.
What we see is not really what it is.
Right.
Because God honors the prayers of the prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, and then when your prayers are in line with his will, he has to honor his word. So for me to say, Lord, give my babies the Holy Spirit. Yeah. For me to say, keep my children, to protect my children. For me to say, you know, send someone, send your angels,
yeah,
you know, to cover and protect them, to make their path straight now before they get there.
Right.
You know, because I don't want them to bump their head tomorrow. Right. That's not what I want.
Right.
So God, I'm going to remind you of what I said 15 years ago. I'm going to remind you of what I said 10 years ago. Right. Because I have to stand on, because you got to honor your word, and I'm going to stand on your word.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand on your word. So there will be times where you're going to cry. I'm already crying now, y'all. My baby ain't out the door. I'm already crying now. And I'm like, Lord, please cover, please protect, please, because you can look out there and you see the things that they're up against. So that relationship and not allowing them to have this is my space. This is our space.
Right. That
when
we
you
share
up in
together.
Here, when you up in here, this is our space.
Right.
I get in there with my babies and I clean their rooms with them. Who bought this?
Right.
Where this come from?
Right.
Mama, you bought that. Well, I don't remember.
Right.
I'm just
I ain't seen it, so I was concerned.
There's too many of these things. It's too much of this. Something has got to go. Something got to go. But
I love it.
But you know, just praying now for the covering of later.
Yeah.
Because when you know that you've done all that you can do,
come on, man.
You have to be able to say, okay, God, now I gotta stand on your word. Now I gotta stand on your word.
Yeah.
So, you know, when they're in your home, you're responsible for what takes place for those babies up under your roof. Yeah. You are 100% responsible. But then there also comes a time at a certain age where they are mindful enough to know right from wrong, and they're gonna be held accountable. Yes. So you have to. At this point, like I feel like with my 16-year-old, at this point, I'm just helping you to guide and navigate. Because before you get out there, I want you to be ready for what's to come. Right. I want you to say, okay, my mama said when this happens to go to pray. Yeah. My mama said when this happens to go on a fast. Right. My mama said when this happens. Like you want to make sure they have those tools. Right. And you want to just be able to sit back and say, when they call you and say, Mama, I'm blah, 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 blah. Use your tools, baby. Right. Use your tools. Right. Pull from me. Come on, Holy Spirit. Come on. Pull from me a tool bag. Yeah. Pull from me a tool bag. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. And while they're pulling from their tool bag, you get on your knees. You pull from your tool bag. Because guess what? We're going to go to war together. Yeah. They been calling the wrong people. Yeah. Mess up the wrong baby. Come on. You got to be ready for that thing. Yes. Got to be ready for that thing. Come on, so you know what? Let that baby go, because guess what? God said he will supply all my needs, according to his riches and glory, through Christ Jesus. Yes. So if I'm covered by the blood, My baby's covered by the blood. God already covered them in advance.
Come on.
I'm gonna put my whole armor of God on and cover your whole armor of God. God, I expect you to help my son.
Come on,
the hell of salvation.
Yes.
Make the correct decision.
Come on.
Make the right decisions. God, because I know what your word says, and I know I instilled the word of God on the inside of my child. I expect you to move.
Yes.
I expect you to cover.
Right.
So when he wakes you up early in the morning and say, cover your baby, you cover your baby, because guess what?
Yeah.
The day, the enemy out there, he like it.
Every day.
Whom he can devour.
Yeah.
When we fight in the spirit before my baby goes out that door, he's ready. He's ready.
Yeah.
I've already covered him.
Yes.
Lord, move on my faith.
Yes.
Move on my behalf.
Come on.
Cover my baby, God. Let him go. Let him go. God's got him.
You better come on and
God's got him. Like your husband said, like he is going to be
so
okay.
good.
He's going to bump his head.
Right.
But how many times? But you know him.
Right.
You know him enough to say how many times it's going to take for him to get this before he says that this is it.
Right. I can't take no more.
No, Jacob won't bump his head one time and say, I got it.
Right.
I know that. So I'm going to let you fall.
Right.
I'm going to let you fall.
Right.
Did that hurt? Yes. Did it again? Probably. Oh, okay.
Great.
I know that about you. Jordan, Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray 10 times. I pray 10 times. I already got this.
Don't do my baby. Don't do my baby girl like that.
God, where you at? Where you at, Jesus?
Come through, Lord. I done called on you, Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Like God is our way maker. He
Yeah.
is our protector. He's our strong tower.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to run to the strong tower and say, okay, God, let me see the battle from your eyes.
Yeah.
Because I see what my child is saying. I see what he's doing. And he keeps saying Luke 4.
Mm.
In Luke 4, Jesus was tempted.
Teach.
Okay?
Yeah.
He was tempted.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, when he went on this 40-day fast,
Yeah.
the enemy said, oh, he's weak.
Mm.
He's at his weakest point.
Right.
Let me come and see if I can get him
Right.
because I know what your purpose for.
Mm.
I'm going to get this to you now. I'm going to go ahead because you already destined for
Right.
this. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you. But you got to be equipped before you go. And guess what? So Jesus used the word to fight against the enemy. He came with his little silly tactics. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you this.
Right.
You ain't got, ain't you the son of God? Go ahead and do. You.
Right.
No.
You that do. You can do.
Yeah. So, but we as mama, we know the word.
Yeah.
We know the word.
Right.
God will move on our faith.
Right.
I know that because let's go back to the man that was on the stretcher. And it was a whole crowd of people.
Yeah.
And he couldn't walk. And his friends came and was just like, hey, Jesus is in town. Let's take him to go get healed by Jesus. Oh, it's too many people. We're gonna go through the roof. We're gonna go through the roof.
Get there is what I'm saying.
So hey Jesus.
Hello.
We got somebody on the stretcher.
Right.
He right here on the roof with us. Can we come down so you can go ahead and heal him? Whether he wants to be here or not.
Come on.
He gonna move on my faith.
Yeah.
Y'all come through. You coming through the roof? Come through.
Come on. Yeah.
Come through.
We got you. Come on down.
I've never seen more greater faith than this. Not the man on the stretcher, than this. Because you climbed up on the roof and you said, hey, I know y'all in there. We coming through.
That's
so
good.
God will move on your faith.
On your faith.
So this goes back to using one of our greatest tactics, our greatest weapons, prayer. Prayer changes things.
I was just gonna say prayer changes everything. That's what I was gonna say.
Ma'am. So there are things that we can sit here and we can fight and we can fuss in the flesh about that ain't gonna alter nothing.
At anything.
Nothing. But when we go to God, Lord, you have the ability to change man's heart.
Right.
You can do that.
So yeah, that's why we're here, for you to do that.
Yeah. So you do what you're gonna do. I'm gonna put the expectation back on God. I'm gonna put it back on God. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
Yeah. So no, at 20, at 21, it's and then if they still in your house, you know, I don't know.
And it's still so he is under the roof of relatives, so there's still guidelines and rules, expectations that need to be met. But there is a little bit more, a little bit longer leash that he can have because of the age, where the 14-year-old brothers absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even that's still a letting go process.
Yeah.
Even bringing the leash, making it longer.
Yeah.
For him to kind of go out there and do whatever it is he is doing, but still praying that he knows the calling on his life. But this is the thing. I know that he knows the calling on his life. And he knows the calling on his life. So now it's just like how they used to say back in the day. I don't know if they still say it now, 2022. When they, I don't want to date myself, but when they say they're running from God or running from their calling, because they're doing everything that God is just getting closer and closer and closer to, because you don't have to be older to get your calling on lock and become, like a minister or teaching or preaching. Like, you ain't got to wait till you older.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
But I think the younger mind and body, they think they're invincible and I got time. And God just keep coming in closer and closer and closer. And they can feel that presence. They feel that, the spirit. It's like, no, I ain't ready yet. So I think that's where he is in this moment.
I remember I got my first tattoo. Well, I don't have one tattoo. I got my tattoo when I was 18.
Yeah, that's when he got his.
Yeah, I got mine at 18. And then I got my second piercing in my ear when I was like 18, 19.
You still at home?
I had a big sister.
This is where you blame the sibling online.
Hey girl.
Hey sis. She's gonna be like.
Yeah, so there were things I got to get away with because I had someone that was able to make us say yeah. So there's a will, there's a way. I mean, granted, I was in college.
Yeah.
So I only came home on the weekends.
Okay. So you weren't consistently in college.
No.
Yeah.
No. But when my dad found out I had my tattoo,
how'd that go?
I was called a cow. So now you're a cow. Now you're branded like a cow. I was just like, what's he talking about?
That's what that
cows
means.
get branded, not people. Oh my God. I wanted to say so bad. Your son got a tattoo too. I wanted to say that so bad, but I didn't.
Right. You didn't throw him under the bus.
I did. I was just looking at him like he was just sitting there.
The brother?
Yes. We did things together. We got tattoos together. We got the earrings together. So he really got his ears pierced. Yes. Girl, it was 100 degrees in the summertime. He walked around with a towel on his head, like a turban.
So you couldn't see the earrings?
You could see the earrings. Ma'am. And then one day he was just like, you know what? Bump it. It is what it is. And no one said anything. I was just like
y'all don't see the shiny things in his ear right now?
No one's gonna say nothing. No one.
We just act like this didn't happen.
And then rolled his sleeve up.
Oh, to see the tattoo.
Then rolled his sleeve up. So his ears tattoo. Excuse me. Y'all know how my throat is. I'm sorry. But he was still in high school.
Wait, what?
Ma'am, I was grown and at the house.
Right, in college.
No one said anything.
This sounds like a gender issue.
You know what?
This is probably another segment that we need to talk about. The difference in boys and girls, what boys can get away with, what girls can get away with.
We had that. We did that.
You did that?
Yes.
That would be a prime example then, right there.
Yes, that was it. So I was just like, I can't believe this nonsense. What happened?
It's not what time your child thinks, sir? Is it 9:45?
It's at 10.
Oh, it's at 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Because as parents, we have appointments for our children today. I'm so late, but I never heard so I just want to make sure we're sleeping on time. So yes, and back to the privacy. I guess we can even go back to our childhood. Like, oh man, girl, privacy. What was that?
I didn't even know there was such thing.
Like, does that word exist?
I didn't until some of my other friends.
Right.
Just tell your parents no and just slam the door. Do you do that?
And you're still alive yourself?
You have a pulse? Ain't no way in the world.
You're still breathing?
No.
You had to go to the ER.
Ain't no way in the world.
No
I was not.
way. No. Absolutely not. There was no privacy. There was Yeah, my mom just kind of knew everything.
So, my dad would kick in doors.
Oh,
yes.
Or you get to the fact that they take the door off the hinge.
I thought about doing that to Jacob and to Jordan.
Yeah.
Because the room was such a mess. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just take your doors off the hinges. Thank you, Megan, for that one. Yeah.
Thank you, Megan, for we appreciate it.
That's the bestie. So yeah, I was just like, that's good. Because you know, sometimes I feel like at a certain age you run out of ideas on what to do. They just be doing the most.
Right. Because as they get older, like spankings, if anyone believes in discipline, I do. Please don't judge me. My children got whooped. I said spankings to be politically correct. They got whooped. But as they get older, like I said, I have a 6'2", 13-year-old wearing a shoe. Might not be the best. Might not be the best tactic for that, but I feel that discipline or just punishments, whatever the case may be, because you just can't be telling me, you know, what you're gonna do, or why are you in my room? I'm sorry, why am I in here? Because this is part of my home. Yeah. And you're just kind of living here. Yeah. I'm paying the bills. I bought the bed that you're sleeping in. The shoes that you're walking in, I purchased. So you're asking why I'm in here? Because this is my room. That's why. Just allowing you to be here in this space. So yeah, no privacy.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's a pretty easy segment, guys.
But you know what? I appreciate my parents for not allowing us to have privacy. And the reason being is because it kept us out of trouble, out of stupid trouble.
Stupid, dumb trouble.
Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna do that because mom can come in here and she might see this and she might
right. And then you in here like for real. Yeah. Oh, you was,
I didn't want to. I want to know.
Right.
Nah, mom never choked me out, but
but you don't have to hide scars.
Yeah, just we don't have time for that nonsense. Like, you know, so the same things that my parents instilled in me, I'm instilling in my kids. Right. You know, hey, no, this is not okay. So I don't go through Jacob's book bag. Okay. But we do have a conversation about the things that go on at school. My daughter, the same thing. And they talk about the things that happen, you know, in their friends' homes, and I'll tell them the reason why those things are taking place is because the parent isn't doing their job. You have to parent. You can't not parent. Right. And I will say that in this moment I am guilty of being a lax parent, passive parent, because my kids are bigger. Yeah. And I have this 3-year-old that now I'm like, okay, my little brain has woken up like, hey, you have to train him like you did the big ones. Yeah. So, and he does not like it. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Gotta train them up right.
Absolutely. So these biggins, I just going through their rooms, clean up their rooms, and just checking behind them. I snatch phones.
Oh, phones are the first thing to go.
Yeah, I will.
And we have passwords and everything. Like, I can go in them, and you know, now they have the apps that you can shut. My cousin told me that they can shut their child's phone down at a certain time. Yeah. The phone apps, all of that are just not accessible. Yes. So I do turn their phones on. They have downtime at a certain hour. It's different for both of them because Jacob in high school. Right. School. Right. But like, if you I want to laugh too. Right. What's going on over here? Right. Yeah. What do you use? So I'm looking at text messages. I'm looking at Snapchat. I'm looking at TikTok. I'm looking at all this stuff. I'm looking at the phone log. I'm looking at how long you were on the phone last night. I'm looking at like why are you on the phone this long? Right. What I got going on? What are you talking about? Right. We just be sleep next to each other on the phone. Then they hang up. What? What they do? What? Yeah, y'all married now? What's going on? Right. Why are we doing this?
See, I said,
Get off the phone. How about you hang it up?
Off the phone.
Mhm.
Run up all my anytime minutes. Running all of them up. Just
My anytime minutes are not for you.
okay.
But you know, you just said something important too with privacy, because you said they have the same thing, but it's different because the oldest, Jacob, is older and Serenity is younger. So that alone says where the privacy can kind of, or what's the word I'm looking for?
The standard?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the standard changes. Where he has a longer time, she doesn't, but you still are the same with the privacy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still checking this and that and the third.
Yeah.
But this kind of goes back to what we were talking about, the letting go, which really ain't the privacy conversation, but it's still all ties together. Just bear with us. With the privacy, I mean, not the privacy, the letting go. Because with, you know, the oldest getting older, you still kind of letting him, like I said about the leash, you giving him a longer leash to do things and maybe stay on the phone, like whatever the case may be, like all of those things tying together.
Right.
But the privacy is still, I'm still checking. You know what I mean? I may be giving you this longer leash, but the privacy still remains the same. I'm gonna check. I gotta see what's going on. Even making sure where your mental health is.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
You ain't talking. Like, what are you talking about this long with this person? What issues may you be, you know, having, or whatever the case may be. So it's so many things that tie into privacy. Like, no, this is where kids can be suffering from things you not know because you don't see it.
Drink your water.
Even water is tea.
Oh.
I get these tickles in my throat like it's the worst. But yeah, all of that is very important, because I think that's where kids be having issues and stuff, and they be coming out. You be seeing like these kids with the guns and stuff.
Yeah,
because you ain't checking.
Because you're not checking.
I'm so sorry, ladies.
So, you know, there are times where I have came and snatched Jacob's phone, and his heart be like,
right. You can see it.
Yeah. And I just give his phone right back. Whatever is in there, you better get rid of it. Because now I'm scared to look.
Right.
Girl, how do I?
You done made me nervous.
Yeah, I always see nobody naked body parts.
Nothing.
So I had to ask him. I'm like, so how many girls do you take photos? He was like, what? Who does stuff like that?
Right.
Or maybe you playing with my mind.
Right.
You know.
Mine, not anybody doing it.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Why would girls do stuff like that?
Right.
Because they fast, they just dance.
Right.
So the other, he came in my room. He was.
I'm talking about the other people.
The other one. He came in my room. He had his phone sitting up, and sometimes he'll come in there. He just set his phone up, and he'll be on the phone with somebody. And sometimes they're not dressed right. I'll be like, son, why they right there? Why they right there listening? That's not okay.
I've done that to my oldest because I can't stand when he don't have a shirt on.
Yeah.
And he's talking to a girl who's a friend, or if it is his girl, no, put a shirt on.
I gotta work on that.
I know, because Jacob be around here with no shirt all the time. I don't think Jacob owns any shirts. I love Jacob. He's like a second son. I mean, a fourth son. But he wears no shirts. I've asked him before, Jacob, where's your shirt? But I love him and his mother. But there has been time I've done the same thing while he's on the phone. I'll be like, go put a shirt on, sir. That is not appropriate to be on the phone. Yeah. Half naked. Yeah. You are half naked. Yeah. Half of your body is out. That's half naked.
Yeah. And he did tell me the other night, he was like, Mama, I don't have no shirt on. And I was like, bling, 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 bling.
Right.
You know what? That's a whole fact. That's gonna change.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna change. If I bust up in your room and you're on the phone with somebody, you don't have no shirt on,
put it on.
Yeah. Put it on. And that may be why these girls think it's okay for them to be
right.
Because you looking like this.
Right.
Yep. Didn't even think about that at all. Did not consider those things. I'm learning. I'm learning too, guys.
We're learning together.
Yeah, we are.
It's all good. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Breakthrough TV.
Right. Breakthrough TV. I love this. It's great. Yes. And see how professional look with my little teacup. My thermal. This is what like the real talk hosts and guests be doing. They be like, when on the show, they be like, yeah, you should have one.
I know. I have mugs. I gotta pull them out. So I can use them.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah, next time.
Okay.
But y'all listen. So today's topic, privacy. What privacy?
Right.
This is
It's
it's necessary to go through your baby's stuff. It's necessary to be very involved in all their business.
Right.
I stop at my kids' doors. I can be sitting and be listening.
Girl, I do the same thing. Right.
They be trying to whisper downstairs. Mama said, blah, blah. I can be listening.
Right.
Like, That's what I
said.
I sure did.
Making sure you relaying the message correctly.
Okay. Don't leave not one beat.
Right.
So yeah, I will cut my music down, and I will be in there just listening to their conversations, or I go out that door just listen to their conversations. And then, but at the same time, like I also allow it to be my teaching moments. So if I hear something that's not good, I'm like, why did you say so and so? Right. Oh, you listening? Because I can. Right. And I'm going to. Right. So you were loud, and I was in my room, and your room was way down there. So
I just heard you.
Yeah. So now I'm like, that's not okay. Right. Or you didn't give good advice. Right.
That's good.
So yeah.
And that's also adulting.
That's also adulting. Yes.
All in one.
All in one. That's it. So yeah, I take advantage of those moments to be able to say, hey, this is okay or that's not okay. Right. And allow that to be an opportunity for open conversation as to, well, why are you thinking like that? Or what made you think like that? Right. Or why were they thinking like that? Or what are they going? That's their business, and I don't know. They brought their business to you, and I heard it, so now I'm interested to know what's going on. Do we need that? Should we pray? Like what's happening over here? Right. Yeah.
So I have a story about my oldest son. This is when he was in I think it was 6th or 7th grade. He had a phone, and I was really going through text message stuff because at that time I didn't really want to have a phone, but the other parental guidance wanted him to have a phone. Anyway, and so I was going through, and whoever this young girl was that was texting him was swearing, cussing in the text messages. Yeah. That next day, I told him, I said, look, if you want to continue to have this phone and talking to your friends, you better tell them to lay off the cuss words. I said, this is inappropriate. I said, she is literally in the 6th grade. I want to say it was 6th or 7th grade with you. I said, this is not acceptable. Yeah. And I seen the text back. Now, I was watching his responses, and he never said a swear word back. Yeah. So even in that moment, I felt I must be doing something right. You know what I mean? Like he was in the right place of knowing what to do and what not to. Just like you said before, they know what to do and what not to do. They know right from wrong. And his responses were not cuss words at all. But I remember seeing the text back. He was like, "You gonna have to stop cussing because my mama gonna take my phone away." But that was me invading on whatever privacy that he thought he may have had, or whatever the case may be. Because if I hadn't checked in or looked in, I would have never seen the cuss text messages. I would have never been able to bring the conversation up. We talk about it. He's sending that message back, whatever the case may be. So. Yeah, that privacy thing, you I don't even know if I want to say weigh that thing out because it ain't really a way. You got to get in. Yeah. It could be a way of going in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe not being so cracking up, just so that was me being so maybe not being so invasive all the time. Yeah. But prompting questions and asking about, like you said, they tell you about what's going on at school, and just because I think we share the same thing with family dinners. We have family dinners with our children. You find a lot out. A whole lot. Eating some spaghetti and garlic bread. A whole lot. You can find a lot of different things out. You can see where they are, how they respond to things, how they react to things. Because between Caden, he's very, very sensitive and passionate of other people's feelings. Where Caleb is kind of like the polar opposite. Yeah. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. This is Caleb's response to everything. But Caden's heart is like as big as the state of Texas. You know what I mean? He's just a sweet kid. Yeah. And so even in those moments at family dinners, you can kind of hear their responses. And even in that, you can see where they are, you know, and then that what you've imparted and the seed. So you kind of like, well, maybe they are learning or whatever, you know, but still check.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
yeah,
you can still know, like I was talking about that mental health thing, because a lot of those kids are kind of introvert and kind of reserved and quiet in the first place. And you're like, what's going on? But if they actually talking about it, then you're not in the dark.
Yeah.
You know?
And then bottom line is that relationship, you know.
That is bottom line.
Man, like,
and that's why the family dinners are important, because that's so relationships important. You're building a relationship right there.
Yeah. And then, you know, I guess it's never too late to start.
Right.
But I think it can be too late to start.
Right.
Because at this point it's just like, so now why do you care? Now, because I've been asking for your company, I've been asking for your attention, and now since Tom is here, now you want my company. Oh, okay.
Right.
Because how many times will we watch Lifetime where that's the case?
Always. Lifetime.
Yeah.
Watchers. Put your likes in the comments.
But you watch those moms who get there, you know, oh, we're gonna do this tonight. Don't change routine up because you're trying to show off for somebody
else.
Don't do
right.
that.
And
you know?
Kids are turn off. They will turn up on purpose because you're trying to be
Bob was saying last
week. Holly purebred. Right. What you telling me?
Girl, doing too much. And have your kids? Because my kids was, girl, just mama, this sauce.
Oh, why you out here, baby?
I have a whole conversation. Let me tell you something.
Don't you ever.
You get to them, you eat your maybe.
Right. Shut it up.
Oh my God.
We're in our moment now. We're reading between the lines on that.
Okay.
That's so funny, but so true.
Yes.
So true.
And, wait a minute. Because they were talking about our privacy.
Yes.
Right?
Come on. Because they be trying to get in our privacy, like, excuse me? Like, I'll be dressed or whatever, and my boys will be like, Mom, where you going?
First of all, just like that.
Right. I'm sorry. Excuse me? I'm telling you why. Who are you?
Okay. But you know what? And even if we go along those lines, like being transparent with your babies.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we sit here talking about, you know, my business.
Right. And you want them to be transparent.
My business.
Right.
Wait a minute.
And they turn around and say the same thing to you.
Yeah.
That's what I lead by example.
Yeah.
You have to be honest and transparent, even if it. Oh my God, why is everyone coming? Even if it. You have to. Trying to get the right word.
I know.
Because you know, as an adult, don't want to be telling our kids our business. Don't be acting like you want to be telling your kids. But you do have to. This word, humble yourself.
Oh, that's good right there. That's real good.
You have to humble yourself enough to be able to, you know, be open and transparent with your kids, because you want the same. You know, you want it to be reciprocated.
Yeah.
So.
Well, first of all, let's be. If you can't tell your babies, if you don't feel comfortable telling your baby what you got going on, probably do it in no way. Probably shouldn't be doing it in no way. I'm just saying.
That's so good.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
That's so good. That means you really out here.
Yeah. Because now with that same attitude that you have with that, I gotta have this.
Right.
They got it too.
They got the same thing.
They got it too.
Because they can feel it.
They
know. Kids are not stupid.
No, they're real smart.
They are the smartest individuals. I have pre-K kids at my school that are so intelligent. They blow my mind every day.
Yeah.
They are like little walking, like people, little men and women. I'm like, you're 4. Where did you come from? How do you know these things? They are hilarious.
Yeah.
They be like, hey, Mrs. A, what, like your outfit? That's cute. Pre-K. I don't even know how to throw these things together. I didn't know my outfit is even cute.
Oh my goodness.
I love them. But yeah, they're not. So don't belittle them or, you know, just act like they don't know, because they do.
Oh, them babies are smart as I don't know what. Don't let them play. Don't let them play.
It's not 59.
Yeah, we better go ahead and cut the music on this thing. Yeah. Sheree Davis. My amazing guest on today. Yes.
Listen,
Come back.
our conversation today is on privacy. What privacy? Our topic
That
for
was
the month is children. Oh my goodness.
we love you.
So if you are in the Charlotte area today, I encourage you to come out and be a part of the Wellness Tea Party. It begins at 1:30. It's in the Noda District. It is hosted by Shakina Boyd. I will be the guest speaker. So come and show your support. This event is available, the tickets are available on eventbrite.com. I'm not 100% sure if they're still available, but hey, give it a try. Go and see the tickets. So if you're in Charlotte and surrounding areas in North Carolina, come out to the support this afternoon at 1:30 in the Noda District at the Alchemist C3 Lab. Yes. I am excited about that. And thank you, Johnny. And the first workshop of the manufacturing is coming to an end. We're wrapping up. We have one more week for the first workshop, but you can still sign up for the upcoming workshop. The next workshop begins June 21st, and it is available for sign up on my website, or Renea.co, not .com, .co. You can sign up on my website. And what else I got going on? I have another event coming up in June, but I don't have any flyers to fix for that event just yet. One more thing. Next weekend. Yes. I'm going to put this to the last episode of the season. If you're dealing with grieving, we've lost so many people over the last few years, especially COVID, cancer, and a lot of other things. Come and get your healing next weekend. I'm going to have an hour segment set aside just for you, and I pray that you receive that breakthrough healing that you need in this season. So, be good join me next weekend. Thank you, Sheree, for being here on
Thank you
today.
for having me. I had a blast. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This is Breakthrough TV. I am your host, Breakthrough Renee. Single women, discussing real issues, providing real breakthrough. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.